Can you imagine what the kids today are growing up to watch, Zach? Bahkan, look, I'm gonna say something that's I've never said before, and ini lumayan. Azevedo, Andovi, Adikara da Lopez.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Footprints Podcast. My name is Isaac Minoto, your host. And today we are going to be talking with the one and only. My next guest needs no introduction. He is a content creator. We already know him. He's really embodied this fearless, intelligent, and Indonesian mentality, and someone that I really look up to. Andovi Lopez, how are you, man?
How are you, bro? How are you? Thank you. First of all, I want to say, you have tried to get me on this podcast for a long time, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But because of my schedule, gue nggak mau sok sibuk, tapi emang that's life. But finally, on a Sunday, we're doing this on a Sunday, so let's go. I'm happy. I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I mean, it's all fine, man. I know you're a busy man, but I'm just super grateful and humbled for this opportunity. So, yeah, gak kerasa ya udah bulan November aja. I mean, it has been a crazy year for everyone, but specifically for you, I mean, I can't imagine how much of a ride 2020 has been. So, I know like it's kind of, there's a lot of things, a lot of projects that you've been doing and everything. And everywhere, I think people are saying, Bang, kenapa keluar YouTube, Bang? That's everything that's been like, out there, right? But you know what? I just want to have a chill conversation. I want you to have a good time here. So,
Cool. Let's have a chill. I'm up for anything.
Yeah. So, how are you, man? I mean, the Lakers just won the championship. My team, your team. How are you feeling?
I feel happy. I was supposed to wear my Lakers 2020 NBA Champions Don't At Me shirt, but lagi dicuci, jadi yes, I can't wear it.
I see.
But I feel great. I mean, I'm happy that the Lakers won, and today I also feel happy because this morning I woke up with the news that Biden officially won the election. Even though I'm Indonesian, the American election, the U.S. election is always important to the rest of the world.
Right.
Not that I'm pro-Biden, but I am very anti-Trump. Why? I understand that many people in the U.S. love him, but I just can't stand for a man who has no character. And that's, I mean, look, has he done good stuff in his life? I have. I'm not talking about politics, but I just need a man who has character, because character is important, right?
Exactly.
So that's it. So Lakers have won. The NBA season is going to start soon.
December 22.
The 2021 NBA season is going to start 22nd of December.
Exactly.
If I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just chill, man. I mean, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, honestly, as like someone who's going to the US for studying, I think this was, I'm not like, I'm not politically inclined to one or the other, but for me, myself, like, yeah, this is actually good news for anyone who's like studying. This really helps that Biden is the president. But yeah, I mean, did you see LeBron's Instagram post?
I saw LeBron. He put Biden's face on the blocked by James.
Exactly.
The blocked by James. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was an epic post.
Because that means Andre Iguodala is Donald Trump, which he's not. but it was a fun meme and everybody shared it. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's get into it. So yeah, I mean, let's just start out with something that we both love, which is basketball.
All right.
The game that we both love. But the thing, when I knew that I had the chance to talk with you, gitu kan, when I had the chance to talk with Andovi, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this conversation can go so many different ways because I see myself
about anything, bro.
Exactly.
I'm good with anything.
And I see myself and you as super similar, gitu kan. Kita we speak English and Indonesian kayak campur-campur, which is basically the official language of this podcast, gitu.
Yeah.
Juga we
Wait,
talk
so
a lot
what's the official language of your podcast? English or Indonesian?
It is mostly English, but gua fine
kayak with Indonesian. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Kita mix gitu lah.
Right.
Terus habis itu we can talk about basketball together, and then we have a heart for Indonesia, which we will talk about later.
I love Indonesia. Even though I speak English, Indonesia is my first love. I mean, seeing that I'm single, I mean that's the only love I have. So yeah.
Mantap. Daripada bucin kepada cewek, mending bucin kepada Indonesia ya.
Betul dia, bucin kepada negara, itu dia.
Okay, so yeah, there's so many ways this conversation can go, but let's start with the game we love, gitu kan.
Right.
many people know in social media that you're a basketball fan, you're a Lakers
Right.
fan, and you're a Kobe Bryant fan.
Right.
But maybe they don't know how much basketball has transcended your life gitu kan. From those
Yes.
little aspects. Because I myself juga, I'm very similar to you. As I said,
Yeah.
gue pertama kali nonton basket itu
I love your
2010.
shirt, by the way.
Thank you. This is a D-Wade shirt
I
I
saw
got
it.
from Bleacher Report.
I know. I saw that. I
Highlights.
saw that shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Tapi, yeah, back to my point. I mean, basketball has really transcended my life and yours also. But
Right.
dari yang gue lihat, you live with a Mamba mentality, and then
Right.
even the number 24 in Skinny Indonesian 24 gitu kan.
Right.
So yeah, tell me how basketball, became, I don't want to say religiously changed your life,
Right.
but
Right.
how has it changed your life? How has it transcended
Okay.
your life?
Basketball. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this in a very personal sense.
Sure.
Right. So I grew up in Norway and Denmark.
Mhm.
And if you guys don't know, Denmark or Scandinavian countries in general, they're a football dominated football majority country. So everyone plays football. For you U.S. listeners out there, it's soccer, but it's football for the rest of the world.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
I never really got into football. Not that I don't like it. I mean, I only watch football when it's the World Cup. Like when it's the
Okay.
World Cup, I know which country, I know which team, I know the players of each country because I'm into it.
Mhm.
But for some reason, I never got into the clubs. I never got into like Champions League, Premier, or Spanish League, La Liga, or whatever. Right. So in Denmark, where it was a football dominated country,
Right.
I fell in love with basketball. And I've said this story many times. One of the first memories of my basketball was from Kobe to Shaq, the alley-oop in the 2000 Game 7 Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trailblazers. That was my first memory. So fun fact, back in SD and SMP,
Mhm.
right? I was uh that was my escape. I went to a new country. I couldn't speak English by there. So when I landed in Denmark, when I first got in Denmark, the only languages I could speak was Indonesian and Norwegian. Indonesian, Norwegian, and German. Because I went to Norway and I went to a German school in Norway. Right.
Right.
So what happened was, as a kid who can't speak English in international school where the official language is English,
Mhm.
basketball was my escape. Our apartment that we lived in Denmark, jalan 2 menit udah lapangan basket.
Okay.
My school had a basketball court, which nobody played because everybody was in the football court.
Yeah.
So the basketball court was always empty. Because I couldn't speak English and I was shy because I don't know how to speak to my Danish and international friends.
Mhm.
Basketball was my escape, right?
Yeah.
And as I started to learn English better and better, I got more socially involved with my friends. But for the first year or two in Denmark, where I was like 9 or 10 or 11 years old, I forgot.
Mhm.
Basketball was my escape. And so philosophically, personally, it's always been like up until now, I'm 26 years old.
Yeah.
Every time I have a bad day, I'm like, yo, ayo main basket yuk. Mau sendiri, mau sama teman-teman. Lu main basket mana hari ini or whatever, right? I'm just looking for a court to play basketball. And so that's very personal to me. And of course, as you said before, it's very systematic for me. Like Skinny Indonesian 24.
Mhm.
The 24 is because Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Black Mamba, rest in peace, Gigi, rest in peace, everybody.
Rest in peace.
My life mentality has always been the Mamba mentality.
Mhm.
I don't know how to say it, but basketball is my, like, every time it's the off season, right?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
feel empty. I feel
I
so
see.
empty because it's like I have to wait for another. Because look, I love basketball, and
Right.
I wish people would understand that a sport can help you physically and mentally as well. Just like I said before, right?
Oh yeah. For
Forget
sure.
forget about my fandom towards the Lakers. Forget about my fandom towards Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about all that. In its sense, like everybody needs his or her escape.
Yes.
And for me, my escape is to play basketball or watch basketball.
Mm.
And that's very important to me. Bahkan, look, I'm gonna say something that's I've never said before, and ini lumayan PG, lumayan parental guidance. But you know what? This is your podcast is what's the age thing for podcasts for your podcast?
It's like people like, anak remaja, anak muda. So like, go ahead.
Right. So there was a time in my life where I bet on basketball. So I bet money on NBA, right?
Mhm.
Why? Because I knew how to do it. Like if you watch basketball religiously,
Yeah.
it's different from a casual fan. You
Exactly.
know, in this regular season game, Denver versus Minnesota, you know it's gonna win because you're such. Look, I don't think people grasp the point of my fanaticism for NBA basketball. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy. So it came
Yeah.
into a point where it wasn't. It was like 3 years ago where I started. I have I've been making my own money for a while now. I have money. I have stuff.
Mhm.
So I was like, I know basketball. I love basketball. Let me bet on it. So I
Mm.
did bet on it. I mean, I'm not gonna explain you the website. I'm not gonna explain you to with who, but so I bet
Yeah.
on it, right?
Yeah.
Even though I was winning money,
Mhm.
bro, I was winning money.
Like
I was getting
loads.
cash.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right to me because I go to watch basketball for escape, but
Mm.
then it became like, oh my god, aduh, duit ko, I go menang, yeah. The stress and the like, forget
Jadi sesuatu yang
money,
lu nggak
bro.
bisa enjoy gitu ya.
Right? So why is something that is your escape become something that you don't enjoy? You still
Exactly.
enjoy it. There's a thrill of winning bets and everything. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie,
Iya.
but it's not the same kind of thrill, right?
Bener.
I don't know how to explain it, right? It becomes in the purest sense of the word, it becomes wrong, sort of. It becomes
Mm.
wrong to
Exactly.
like. I'm not saying it's wrong to bet. Anyone can bet whatever they want, but for me personally, when I was watching basketball, it wasn't like watching basketball for an escape or for fun. It was like, oh my god, I'm so stressed out. Who's gonna win,
Bener.
right?
Iya.
So that just shows you, like, even with me winning money,
Mhm.
still, I decided one day, hey, I'm gonna stop. Like it just became bad. So that's how important basketball is to me. I hope that answered your question.
Oh yeah,
I,
for
I
sure,
took a
man.
long road
Yeah.
to answer your question.
Tapi that example really showed it sih menurut gue. Soalnya
Right.
kan ya even if it's money, even if it's something that can help you cari makan gitu kan.
Right.
Tapi if you kalau misalnya combine something you enjoy, it just doesn't become pure kayak you bilang.
Right.
Gitu. Iya. And
Yeah.
I think itu kelihatan banget sih. Like for me, seeing you from your Insta stories and everything, it shows that you are a huge basketball freak.
Right.
Gitu kan. I'm just curious because like we live in different eras gitu kan. I think you're
Right.
20, 26, 27?
I'm 26. Yeah, I'm 26.
Yeah,
How
you're
old are you?
26. And I'm 18 now. So
Wait. Can I ask you a random question? What's
yeah,
your
sure.
full name?
My full name is Isaac Edwin Winodo.
So Isaac Edwin Winono.
Yes.
So your middle name is Edwin.
Yeah.
And in school people call you
Isaac, Zach, they're all fine.
do you prefer
Yeah.
Isaac or Zach?
Isaac. Usually we go by Zach. By Isaac. I go by Isaac.
Because that's interesting. Because the way you spell Isaac is Isaac, right?
Exactly.
But then people call you Zach, Zach.
Zach, just
no.
AC because the way you say it is Isaac, not Isaac, right?
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So it's still SAC, but people just get Zach. Oh, Zach. But people, okay, I'm confused now.
Yeah. Soalnya cara ngomongnya kan Isaac gitu.
Isaac. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. No.
Yeah.
Why this is important for me? Because just my brain just went on a tangent because you were like telling me about like how when you get to love something, right? You
Mhm.
become obsessed with it. I've
Exactly.
always been obsessed with people's names,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because what people don't understand is my name has a lot of meaning, right?
Mm.
People
Yeah.
think, okay, so my full name is Azevedo Andovi Adikara da Lopez.
Yeah.
Right? Azevedo is my I'm Catholic. I mean, my family was born Catholic, so I was born into a Catholic family,
Mhm.
right? Azevedo is actually a name of a saint.
Mm.
A name of a saint. It's a very
Gotcha.
saint yang santo yang mainstream. So my
Okay.
mom just went to the Bible and just like, here's a saint called
Like,
Azevedo.
whatever it pointed to.
Right.
Yeah.
Andofi is actually the combination of my grandmother's and grandfather's name.
Oh, okay.
So Andofi, An stands for Andris. Andris is Opa Andris, my mom's dad.
Yeah.
Dofi stands for Lodoficus, which is my dad's dad, my grandfather.
Ngerti. Yeah.
So Andofi and Reska is Flores Sika. because my father was from Flores,
Hmm.
Kabupaten Sikat.
Yeah.
Adikara, because I was born in the island of Java, and adikara is a Javanese word
Yeah.
for berkuasa atau wewenang kekuasaan. And
Hmm.
Lopez is my last name, of course, my family name, my dad's
Yeah.
name. So that's why I wanted to know your middle name because like Isaac Edwin Winoto. So Isaac is of course I assume a saint or I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I grew up in a Christian family. So
Right.
and it's also like it's what my parents gave me. Yeah,
Okay. So
essentially.
and what
Yeah.
about Edwin?
Edwin is also just like I would say that Edwin is similar. I think Edwin is like Isaac just means like promise, right?
Okay.
And then
Right.
Edwin is just like belong. So um
Got it. Got it. And
they're
Winoto is
very similar. And Winoto is just
the
like
family name.
my family name. Yeah.
Yo, by the way, I can't talk about your name and not I haven't followed you on Instagram, bro. What's your Instagram?
It's Zach Winoto, bro.
Zach Winoto.
ZAC
Of
Winoto.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't, dude. We can't be talking about it and not follow you. Wait, I got you, but where are you? Wait, wait. What's the thing?
It's Zach Winoto. I can drop it in the chat if you want.
Yeah, drop me in the chat. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry for that. One thing you should know about me is I have ADHD. Well,
Okay.
it's not been properly diagnosed, but my mind
Okay.
goes everywhere. So anyway, continue your
Yeah, yeah,
conversation.
yeah. Okay, okay. I just really wanted to ask about kan kita di era yang beda gitu.
Yeah,
Lu nonton basket 2000s, 2010 gitu
right.
kan.
2000 was the first year I watched basketball, and I was 6 years old.
Okay, and the first year that I watched basketball was 2010 when I was 7 years old.
Right, and 2010 is Kobe. So the first time Kobe won, like fifth championship.
No, the off season. So I actually
Oh, so it's
started.
after Kobe won.
Iya, jadi gue itu actually
Uh,
nonton ini loh. Ada yang namanya dulu di First Media itu ada yang namanya Fox Sports News atau apa gitu kan, or ESPN.
tahu. Yeah,
Iya,
I
yang
know that. Yeah.
terus like ada 3 orang gitu come out gitu gini-gini gitu. That was when Miami brought
Yeah.
the big three
Oh,
out.
so you started in the Heatles era, the
Iya,
Miami
terus gue
Heatles.
kayak ini lumayan interesting nih. Dari sana gue jadi
Yeah.
LeBron fan, dari sana gue jadi
Right.
suka LeBron.
So
dan
you're a
everything.
LeBron fan, right?
Yes, I'm a LeBron fan.
Congratulations. LeBron deserved it. He is the greatest of this era.
Okay.
I'm still a Kobe fan. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest of all time. He is the greatest of his era, and
Yeah.
I'm saying it now. I'm saying it on your podcast.
Mhm.
8th of November, 8th of November 2020.
Yep.
Lakers 2021 NBA champions. Don't at me. Okay? They're
Dude,
gonna go back to back. Okay?
I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you. Yeah, they're gonna go back to back. I am with you on that one, man. And
Right.
in terms of the GOAT conversation, I have LeBron and Jordan at 1A and 1B. So they're
Okay,
there.
got it.
I don't want to be too delusional. I don't want to say that LeBron is the only GOAT, right?
Right.
Because of the Dallas series, if you know.
Right.
That
The Dallas
that
series
really
is one of his asterisks that in his career.
yeah, that was just like, just a total meltdown from LeBron.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
No,
my
but,
question.
okay, yeah, but sorry. So you started watching at the 2011 was your first NBA finals.
Yes, 2011 was my first.
And
NBA
that's what the
finals.
Dallas series, right?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, I get it now. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So living in different eras, I want to ask you: do you feel that? Okay. You ask me that because I've watched eras before your era.
Yeah, and then you can ask me also. So,
Right.
this is the thing. I mean, we're both basketball freaks. We love this game.
We like yeah.
Okay, which player right now reminds you of prime Kobe Bryant? That's what I want to ask because
That's a
gua
great
kan
question.
nonton Kobe waktu dia
Prime.
udah udah torn his Achilles, udah
Yeah.
2011 udah turun gitu kan.
You watch old Kobe.
Exactly.
You didn't watch prime Kobe.
And the first time I watched Kobe in the playoffs, he was against Chris Paul and the Hornets, and then
Yeah.
he even had a hard time winning the first round, and then was
Right.
swept
Even
by
though
Dirk.
he won, and then he got swept by Dallas. The next
Yeah, he was
round.
swept by Dirk.
Right.
Exactly. Mhm.
Right. Okay. Prime Kobe. Right. See, watching Kobe on highlights and watching him in game is so different. You
Mm.
gotta watch a full Kobe game to understand the mastery that he has in his craft. Watching his highlights does not do it justice.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Prime Kobe right now, the best resemblance to Prime Kobe. Oh, this is a hard question.
I have one name in mind, but I don't know if it's the same name that we have.
All right. Okay, so mentality-wise,
Yeah.
I would say Westbrook.
Okay.
Okay, but not game. I'm not talking about game.
Mm-hmm.
Mentality, I would say Westbrook and Damian Lillard. I
Mm.
see a lot of that Kobe mentality.
Yeah.
Okay, game-wise, especially mid-range,
Yeah.
DeRozan and Kawhi,
Oh,
especially mid-range, because no one's playing mid-range anymore.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because his mid-range is amazing. But ooh,
If there was one player, it's really hard. Yeah.
one player is really hard. Because look, the closest guy, because yeah, it's very hard. Wait, who do you have in mind?
Okay, so funny thing is Kawhi and DeRozan, I think they're often compared to Jordan juga gitu. And then
Right,
Jordan and
because of the
Kobe are
mid-range.
because of the
Yeah, because of
mid-range
the
guy.
mid-range. Yeah.
But the guy, when I saw this guy dropping 70, it's Devin
Oh,
Booker.
Booker. Yeah, Book. Yeah. But
For me, it's Book.
Book. Why I didn't say Booker?
Mm-hmm.
He has not been playing defense yet.
Oh,
Kobe,
okay.
guys, fun fact. Is what people don't know about this. Google this shit. How
Mm-hmm.
many times was Kobe Bryant first team all defense? Just Google it. Okay? This
Yeah.
is what people don't understand. Kobe was a dog on defense. Even in his early championship years, even in the with the Shaq era,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe always guarded the best man. Who guarded Iverson in the finals? It wasn't Tyronn Lue. It was Kobe.
It was only the last
Right.
possession that Tyronn Lue guarded
Right.
him. Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like, that's why Kawhi, I like Kawhi because I'm a defensive fan. Because Booker, offensively, okay, but people forget Kobe was a dog on defense.
Right. I
People need
see.
to remember that. Like, he was insane. Even when he was old, he wanted to guard Kyrie one on one.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Like this, Kyrie is an impossible player to guard one on one.
Benar.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's that mentality is amazing. So that's what I would say. But you're right. Booker, scoring wise, offensive wise, oh, and he's very smooth. Kobe is the Booker is very smooth.
Yeah, D-Book is like, yeah, he's a maestro. I mean, 3-point and also kayak masuk dalam
Right,
gitu,
right.
driving in. That was what I saw. But I mean, looking at it mentality wise, Damian Lillard, Westbrook, I think, yeah,
Right.
like Dame has that mentality where he's like, everyone off gitu. Gua,
Right.
I'm doing what I do gitu. I'm killing on the court gitu kan. Yeah, and
Right.
killer mentality Kobe also has. So yeah, did you want to ask me something about basketball or?
Yeah. Okay. So if your favorite player is LeBron, what's your favorite team?
Okay, this is
Do you
interesting.
like the Cleveland LeBron, the Heat LeBron, the Lakers LeBron? Because yeah, which one?
Yeah, so I'm so grateful that I'm in this era. I've been witnessing, dari pertama kali gue tune into basketball sampai sekarang, LeBron has still been dominant. I mean,
Yes.
that is the longest prime ever menurut gue. Like,
Ever. Yeah.
yeah, and he's still going
Except in the 2018, 2019 because he got injured.
because he tore
Injured.
his
Yeah, the groin.
in Christmas
groin injury.
during the Christmas
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But kalau misalnya gitu, if you were to ask me which LeBron was the best, I would have to say Cleveland LeBron.
Right. 2016 blocked by James LeBron.
Yes, and also 2018 LeBron. Did you
Oh
remember
yeah, yeah.
when?
50 point J.R. Smith LeBron.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
that was a
50 point
crazy
game one.
blow. Tapi that team didn't have a second best player. I think their second best player was like Tristan Thompson or something. Kevin Love.
Love was still there.
Yeah, Love was still there, but they weren't playing good basketball.
Yeah.
I remember like
They weren't playing good basketball, and the fact that he went to the finals without Kyrie
yeah.
in the second year. I mean, in the 2018 year, and then went to against Golden State. No,
Mhm.
you're right. You're right. Look, listen. LeBron is so good that he's the system.
That is true. You build around
Right.
LeBron. Yeah.
Right. But that's also his tanda kutip weak point. I'm not saying that's his weak
Like his
point.
Achilles heel.
Right? Achilles heel, because in order to beat a system, you have to make another better system in which the Warriors
Yeah.
listen. The Warriors are a system. People think it's Curry, Thompson, Durant,
No,
Green.
it's a system.
Yes, but their system is amazing. There's a reason why. Think about it. Every time LeBron lost in the finals, he lost to a system. 2007, he lost with the Spurs. This is still prime Duncan, prime Ginobili,
Yeah.
prime Parker system. Spurs play an amazing system.
It's pop system.
2011, the Mavs. People always think, oh, because Dirk went crazy. Of course, Dirk went crazy. But listen to what Rick Carlisle, the coach, said. Listen to what Mark Cuban said. They had a very specific zone system to beat LeBron. The 2014 Spurs, I mean, come on, Coach Pop and his offensive flow
Same
system.
thing as 07, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All the Warriors teams, again, they all were a specific system. Steve Kerr was a product of who? Steve Kerr was a product of Coach Pop. Played
and Phil Jackson.
System, right. And Jackson.
Yeah.
Right. Jackson is known for his what? The triangle offense.
Triangle offense.
A system. Right.
Yeah.
These systems, like, this is how you beat LeBron. LeBron is so good by himself that he becomes a system.
Exactly.
But a system that's like, remember, Golden State, they have their saying, strength in
numbers. Yeah.
Right. There's strength in numbers. Because look, one-on-one, LeBron's going to beat Curry. One-on-one, even one-on-one, LeBron can beat Durant.
Yeah.
Even one-on-one. It's going to be a close game, though.
Yeah.
But a system, that's what we need.
Benar. Honestly, kalau misalnya LeBron and KD, menurut gue, they're like, I don't know if you watch American football, tapi they're like Brady and Rodgers. So, LeBron has the resume, LeBron has the greatness, but I think right now the most skilled NBA player is Rodgers or Kevin Durant.
I am following NFL now, and right now the MVP is Russell Wilson.
Dude, if you like Russell Wilson, you're with me, man.
Russell Wilson is playing. He's on top right now.
And DK Metcalf. Ooh.
Yes. DK Metcalf, like, people are comparing him to Megatron because
yes.
he's huge and he's big and he's like, he wants to. So I just got into American football last year.
Oh, okay.
So last year I didn't get properly into it, but I got into American football because I visited the U.S. in 2019. Right, I watched my first Lakers game at Staples Center. It was Lakers versus Rockets, and Joe was for the Rockets. I watched in Staples Center, and wait, no, sorry, not in 2019. Yeah, in 2019. And I met some of my friends and they're like, Andovi, you know NBA better than most Americans. Yeah, and they were surprised because, like, people think Indonesia does not watch the NBA and all that shit, right? So I was like, dude, you don't get it. Like, NBA is like, wow, right? It's amazing. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And so they were like, do you watch American football? I was like, bro, I watch it, but I don't really get the rules. Right. And this guy, he started explaining me the rules. Yeah. So I started watching a game. I forgot which game it was at a bar. It was the New York Giants, because I was in New York. It was the New York Giants versus, I forgot who. Or the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. And I watched with my friend. He was like, and he started explaining to me, okay, this is first down, second down, third down. This is the time. So they explained to me. So I started watching until the Super Bowl when Mahomes versus, what's his name? San Francisco 49ers.
Jimmy Garoppolo? Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G. Yeah, Jimmy G.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like, this is amazing. And then Mahomes got the $500 million contract.
The 10-year. That was crazy.
Yeah, right. The biggest sports contract. So I was like, you know what? NFL is fun. I still don't know where to watch the games because either you have to watch it illegally or you have to have NFL Plus or NFL Go, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Right? But still, like, with NBA, it's League Pass, right? With League Pass,
League Pass.
You watch everything.
And then now you have video.com, which you also helped in. So
right, of course.
Thank you.
I'm a League Pass guy.
For all the NBA Indonesia fans, I mean, thank you for, like, being an awesome ambassador, man. Like,
dude, I love the game. Man.
Yeah.
So that's that. Like, Brady and Rodgers. You're right.
Yeah, that's true.
But Brady's going crazy in Tampa.
Oh yeah.
And the Buccaneers.
He has the LeBron effect. I think, like, the Patriots, when he's out, like, they suck. Exactly.
I thought Cam Newton was gonna be better, but then he's okay.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, we're talking a lot about basketball and a lot about sports. This is really awesome, and I mean, this conversation is, we could finish this podcast.
We could talk for hours.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, I mean. Cleveland, to your point, LeBron, 2016, 2018. That was when I was like, okay, this guy is out of his mind. When he dropped when he scored like 2 buzzer beaters in back-to-back series. In the Indiana series, he scored a 3, and then he had that walk-off game winner over OG Anunoby.
Over Anunoby, yeah.
Yeah, that was like, man,
He's crazy.
I was like shocked, totally like speechless after that. So yeah, we have seen how much basketball has transcended your life. how
Right.
much basketball has, you know, been sort of ingrained within you gitu kan.
Right.
One other thing that's also been ingrained within you, I think, is Indonesia, kayak yang tadi kita
Right.
bilang.
Right.
Walaupun lu sekolahnya SMA, SMP segala macam di luar, tapi once you came to Indonesia, I think when you were 17 or 18 gitu
Right.
kan.
18.
That was when you were really, you embraced being Indonesian and you wanted to, you know more about Indonesia and everything gitu.
Right. So here's the thing. Justru lu kebalik.
Oh, oke. Ini yang gue nangkap juga. Jadi
No, it's okay. It's fine. No, you're right in a sense that pas gue balik ke Indonesia, pas gue masuk UI, gue kayak this is where like my love, like it was great. Justru karena gue lama tinggal di luar negeri, justru gue makin cinta sama Indonesia.
Benar.
Yeah. Alright, look, I know that you're gonna go to Northwestern, right?
Yeah, gue itu flip sama lu. Gue dari kecil sampai SMA.
Every time in Indonesia and then go, which is fine. Yeah. Which is completely fine. I know a lot of my friends SD sampai SMA di Indonesia, keluar negeri, abis itu balik lagi, right?
Bener. Yeah.
Gue completely opposite. Dan gue justru minoritas. Kalau di Indonesia, kebanyakan orang yang punya ability to go luar negeri, selalu kayak tadi, ETK sampai SMA di Indonesia, kuliah luar negeri, balik lagi ke sini.
Bener banget. Kan? Lu agak special case nih gara-gara
I'm a complete reverse.
Iya, benar.
Right? Justru because of that, gue hidup dari kecil sama orang-orang luar negeri, dari Africans, Europeans, Americans, Asians, whatever.
Benar.
Dari kecil, gue nggak pernah merasa mereka lebih hebat daripada gue, atau gue lebih hebat daripada mereka.
Bagus.
Because I grew up with these people, right?
Wow.
Ketika lu SD sama orang-orang bule, sama-sama orang Asian, sama-sama Afrika, sama Amerika, you're all equals.
Bener. That's true.
Tapi yang gue bingung ketika gue balik ke Indonesia, kok orang-orang ini ditinggikan banget?
Iya.
Padahal gue dari kecil sama mereka, dan mereka biasa-biasa aja. Ada orang bule yang hebat, ada orang bule yang bego banget. Right? It's the same shit. Ada orang Indonesia yang hebat, ada orang Indonesia yang bego banget. Kasarnya ya.
That's true. We're all humans.
So
bener.
Right. So we're all humans. So when I came back to Indonesia, gue kayak there's this like, kenapa sih orang bule ditinggin? But when I say bule, I don't mean white people ya. I mean foreigners in general.
Iya, benar. That's true.
In general, they're like ditingin. Jadi gue bingung. Karena gue masa, dude, ketika gue SD SMP di Denmark, gue ranking 1 loh. That means I was the smartest guy in my international school, and I was the only Indonesian in my school.
Benar. Yeah.
So I was like, no, screw this shit. Why is this not? Jadi gue lu kalau bisa interview sama semua teman-teman gue di SD, SMP, SMA, lu tanya mereka, siapa yang selalu bangga dan flying high the Indonesian flag dan selalu membawa nama Indonesia ke negara-negara lain? Selalu gue.
Damn.
Lu interview semua teman-teman TK, SD, SMP, SMA gue.
Anjir.
Jadi kayak pas gue balik ke Indonesia, karena gue bahasa Inggris gue jauh lebih bagus dari bahasa Indonesia gue, itu emang sudah akui. Banyak orang miskonsepsi. Andovi apaan sih so Inggris nih, so Inggris.
Iya. Yeah.
Like, guys, orang-orang lupa, nyokap gue itu diplomat Republik Indonesia untuk negara lain.
Bener.
Kerjaan seorang diplomat, selain diplomasi,
mengharumkan
adalah
nama Indonesia.
Untuk melancarkan kebudayaan Indonesia di negara-negara tersebut.
Betul banget, ya. Yeah.
Right? Jadi dari kecil, gue ditanamkan sama nyokap gue bahwa Andovi, no matter where you live, no matter what education you get, remember, lu tuh orang Indonesia. Whether you like it or not, itu takdir lo. So learn to accept it and love it. Wow. Listen, there are so many fucked up, okay, I'm saying bad words. There's so many fucked up shit in our country. We all know. Our country is not perfect. Duh. No country is.
Yes.
Okay? But Indonesia, especially because kita orang Indonesia, kita tahu lah, we know all the faults. Tapi, if you ask me, look, I've lived 4 years in Denmark, 4 years in Norway, 3 years in India.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere in Europe. I've been to America. I've done everything. If you ask me, where do you want to live, Andovi? Indonesia. I won't even think twice.
Yeah.
Cepet. Kenapa?
Wow.
Lupakan kerjaan gua, lupakan teman-teman keluarga gua. Itu pasti alasannya kan. Tapi kayak gini, I don't know. Okay, I have one analogy. Tapi gue nggak tahu lu ngerti atau nggak. Soalnya you're the different generation than me.
Okay.
Did you watch Dragon Ball?
No, I didn't watch Dragon Ball. Yeah.
All right, so this analogy will not get to you. I'm gonna try to think of another analogy. Karena setiap kali gue jelasin ini, kalau generasi gue kasih contoh ini, mereka langsung ngerti.
Langsung serak ya?
Langsung serak.
Iya, oke.
So, tapi karena lu nggak nonton Dragon Ball, gue nggak bisa kasih contohnya. Let me see.
Kalau bisa di basket kan nggak bisa ya?
Nggak bisa. Oke, gue mau Naruto juga nggak ada konsepnya. Tapi dia gini, gue jelasin aja ya. Siapa tahu ada pendengar lu dengan Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball itu satu karakter namanya Piccolo. I don't know if you guys know Piccolo. He's the green guy. He's the green-looking guy in Dragon Ball. Because everyone knows Goku, everyone knows Vegeta, right?
Yeah, the famous ones.
So Piccolo is not from planet Earth, right? Piccolo itu dari planet Namek.
Yeah.
Okay. Fakta menarik. I don't know if you know. Son Goku, you know Goku, right? You know Goku. Goku and Vegeta, mereka juga bukan orang planet Earth. They came from the Saiyan. Mereka Super Saiyan. Makanya kan Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 1 2. So they came from planet Saya.
Yeah.
Piccolo came from planet Namek.
Oke. Iya.
Dan tapi cerita Dragon Ball dimulai di planet Bumi.
Oke.
Yeah. Long story short, because you won't understand. Ada suatu saga, ada suatu era di mana mereka semua keluar dari planet Bumi, terus ke planet Namek. Planet Namek. Karakter hijau ini yang namanya Piccolo, his name is Piccolo. You can Google him so you know his name. Piccolo.
Iya.
Piccolo itu selama ini dia merasa karena dia tinggal di planet Bumi, dia merasa kayak ini rumah gua. Tiba-tiba Piccolo ke planet Namek, padahal dia nggak pernah ke planet Namek sama sekali.
Iya.
Dia tiba-tiba nyampe planet Namek, terus temennya Gohan tuh anaknya Goku Gohan.
Yeah.
Bilang, wait, Piccolo, how do you feel? Terus Piccolo jawab kayak gini. Piccolo cuma lihat tangannya, cara tubuhnya, gue nggak pernah hidup di planet Namek. Tapi for some reason, this feels like home.
Wow.
For some unexplainable reason, yang nggak bisa dijelaskan kayak nalar, logika, dia ngomong kayak, I feel like I'm home. Padahal dia pun tadinya nggak tahu dia dari planet Namek.
Ngerti.
Dia cuma kayak, gue orang Namek, kayak gitulah. Nah, itu analoginya. Analoginya tuh kayak gitu.
Iya, ngerti. Yeah.
I live around the world, bro. I was fortunate enough to do that, and I was fortunate enough to go around and go crazy, and I had different experiences. But yeah, I mean, I feel like home every time I'm in Indonesia, no matter how shitty it feels. No matter the banjir, the hujan, the political unrest, the stupid things our people do, it feels like home.
Benar. Yeah, I mean, dan berarti Piccolo ini analoginya ke you ya gitu, yang juga pakai baju warna hijau juga sekarang.
Ya, kebetulan banget.
Oke.
By the way, that's Goku right there, by the way.
Okay, that one? Yeah.
That's Son Goku Super Saiyan, and that's Vegeta.
That's awesome. I think you had like Kobe or something.
Kobe's on my wall. It's outside.
Okay.
On my wall outside.
Yeah. Maaf banget gue mungkin knowledge on itunya Goku and everythingnya nggak terlalu banyak.
Okay. Karena pasti lu generasi Naruto One Piece ya?
Iya, Naruto One Piece. Tapi gue bukan terlalu. I think I've been, I'm lebih ke culture yang kayak American daripada
you're more Marvel DC.
Iya, Marvel DC.
Okay, got it.
Ya gitu. Lebih daripada that. But then I understand, and it's so amazing that lu waktu di luar gitu, lu masih, have Indonesia in your heart, dan have that. Then when you came there, you were just like the Piccolo character that you talked about.
Yeah.
Gitu. Lu kayak, wow gitu kan, kayak lu jadi lebih mau explore lagi dan malah jadi content creator yang mengharumkan nama bangsa gitu.
Betul. I mean, look, ketika orang-orang so ngomong kayak content creator yang mengharumkan nama bangsa, all this stuff.
Iya.
Gua dari dulu tujuan gue cuma satu. I want to make content that I love and that's impactful.
Yeah.
Kalau kebetulan itu menaikkan nama bangsa, ya udah. Tapi remember, you always have to start with yourself.
Bener.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have big dreams. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But these big dreams need to start with a true vision and mission in your heart.
Okay.
Bener. Right. And this is a perfect segue to YouTube. I feel that I've given all that I can on YouTube.
Right.
I've been doing this for 10 years, bro. Right. And sometimes, I mean, you're 18, right?
Exactly. Basically,
You're young, but one day you will understand that sometimes you need to move on with life with things.
yeah.
Okay?
Benar.
Jujur, gue ninggalin YouTube, I'm leaving a lot of money. My revenue is from YouTube, right?
That's true.
What people don't understand is money has never been my motivation.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong. Money is too penting. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit and be like, oh, uang nggak penting, let's all be hippies. No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, money's important. Without money, I won't have all of this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All this I did for my hard work for my entertainment career. However, it's never been my main motivation.
That's right.
Right. So I hope, look, if you're doing entertainment or career or whatever you do to feed your family, go for it. I respect that.
Yeah.
Right. But for me, money has never been my motivation. My motivation is to do what I love.
Yeah.
And money is an effect, is a akibat, sebab akibat dari my tujuan. Right?
Benar.
And that's what I think that kids need to understand these days.
Oke. Dan gue kemarin juga sempat sebelum interview ini kan juga nonton beberapa video with Menjadi Manusia and everything.
Right.
Dan yang lu bilang, I think what I want to do in all of my YouTube videos itu to entertain with a message.
Yeah.
Sekarang kan lagi ngomongin tentang sebab akibat and like it starts with you, your vision, lu bilang gitu kan. Tapi is entertaining with a message itu cuman one side effect atau itu vision lu? Which one is it?
That's a great question.
Because like just so that my viewers know, because all your videos yang the videos yang entertain with the message yang gue I'll just mention a few dari yang lu buat kado untuk Flores, surat untuk Indonesia, even yang Prabowo untuk Jokowi, and also yang waktu lu dapat 1 million subscribers itu kan lu bikin beasiswa ada Lopez.
Yeah. Because I don't know, look, because it's never been my vision. It is my vision to entertain with the message. Has always been my vision.
Yeah.
But is it my tujuan utama? Yes and no. Okay. Yes, because it is my tujuan utama. No, because I want to do things that impact not only others but me as well.
Okay, benar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ketika gue bikin Prabowo versus Jokowi, oke, banyak orang belajar dari video itu. Yeah. Tapi yang banyak orang nggak tahu adalah gue juga belajar dari video gue sendiri. Yeah. Right? Yeah. When I made Prabowo versus Jokowi, gue ada keresahan nih. Keresahan gue apa? Keresahan gue adalah kenapa di setiap pilpres, pileg, pilgub, whatever di Indonesia, pemilihan umum, selalu kita berantem kanan kiri, hina-hinaan, and then kita jadi kacau, which is fine. Yeah. Kita semua pasti berbeda pendapat, right? Benar. Tapi gue mau nunjukin kayak, hey guys, after all this bullshit, after kalian berbeda pendapat, we're one country kok. Kita bersatu habis ini, and let's do it, right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's why Soekarno Hatta turun di akhir-akhir dan ngomong, hey Prabowo, Jokowi, kalian stop fighting. This is for one country, right?
Benar.
Right. So that's always been my vision and mission, and yeah, I learned from the video as well. Gotcha. Why don't, as a creator, your videos should also impact yourself.
Benar, that's true.
If your videos are just like, yeah, meh, ya udah.
Yeah, benar
right.
Banget. Yeah.
Right. So I hope people can understand that you can be selfish, but when you're selfish, but somehow it impacts other people, then that's a good kind of selfish. Right. It's selfish not because lu sengaja selfish, tapi lu selfish karena ingin memperbaiki diri sendiri. Dan tanpa lu ketahui, ketika lu memperbaiki diri sendiri, lu juga membantu memperbaiki orang lain. Itu dia.
Mantep banget sih, man. I mean, ini gue juga makanya ada paralel banget sama gue juga. Gue ini bikin podcast ini. I mean, my main motivation in doing this itu pertama highlight youth impact gitu kan. Youth impact dari orang-orang kemarin itu gue juga invite Faye Simanjuntak yang dari Rumah Faye kayak gitu-gitu dan beberapa other people yang udah di youth circle gitu. Dan lu mungkin yang out of everyone yang mungkin lebih older, although you nggak setua.
Nah, I'm old. I know. I'm 26.
Yeah.
You're Gen A. 18,
I'm Gen
so
Z.
you were born 2002.
Exactly, 2002.
You were born after 9/11.
Yes.
So you have no idea what it feels because I lived through that. Wow, you're
Yeah,
young. Wow.
I am.
I'm old now. Holy shit. Okay.
Iya, tapi like by this podcast, like through my 7-8 episodes, itu bukan cuman gue kasih konten dan gue inspire other people, which I'm so thankful for that banyak orang DM gue, banyak orang bilang, hey, ini keren banget your content. Tapi me myself, I am in a learning process gitu. Soalnya gue belum, I'm not like you yang udah cium asam garam dunia and everything.
Right.
Jadi dari ngomong sama lu, ngomong sama orang-orang yang udah made it, gue justru jadi learning juga gitu. Gue jadi belajar.
Right, and here's the thing. One of the things that my mom always taught me was pendidikan itu penting.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, number one, that's always been in my heart. Tapi people misconstrue that as pendidikan, as in pendidikan formal, kuliah, les, apa kayak talk show, whatever. Pendidikan itu basically the desire to keep on learning, no matter how old you are.
Yes, benar-benar.
Gue sampai sekarang umur 26 tahun. Gue ngomong sama lu aja sekarang gue belajar loh. You know what I belajar? When I was your age, 18, I made YouTube videos, right?
Yes.
Right. But I didn't do it like you. I didn't write a question field. I was to kirim ke gua. I was to have it set up, and I did it because I just did it. I had a passion, right? Right. And looking at you now, I'm learning that the younger generation, not only are they more innovative, but they're also, the passion is still there.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You go belajar kayak anak muda. Look, I'm still young, and you're gonna make mistakes, man. Zach, you're gonna make mistakes in your life. Trust me. Trust me, you're gonna make mistakes.
I mean, what is it like without mistakes gitu kan? What is
right? Just as I'm making mistakes in life, Zach, you'll make mistakes in life.
Yeah.
But the key is to learn from them.
Right.
Right. There's no gini. Menurut gua perbedaan orang pintar sama orang bego adalah orang bego adalah orang yang salah dan tidak belajar dari kesalahannya. Orang pintar adalah orang yang salah tapi belajar dari kesalahannya.
That's so good, man. That's
dumb people
right
and stupid people are the same people.
Yeah, benar. Yeah.
Right? Listen, I don't know anything about podcasting. Yeah. Right? Your setup is better than mine, clearly. Tapi that doesn't mean I'm dumb. I'm dumb kalau misalkan besok gue disuruh podcast lagi atau gue mau podcast.
Yeah.
Terus gue nggak belajar dari lu. Oh, mic-nya ini. Nah, that means I'm dumb. Ngerti kan?
Yeah.
Right.
Bener.
You need to keep on having the desire to learn.
Iya, benar.
Itu dia.
Itu the separator sih, benar sih. Kalau misalnya lu make mistake, apa, how do you go forward from that gitu? Apakah lu ya udah bodo amat gitu kan, keep doing the same mistake, atau lu actually learn from it gitu? Benar sih.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's really important, dan I want to touch on something yang lu bilang juga dan yang lu juga ngomong di podcastnya Chandra Leo kalau nggak salah, gue lupa deh. Tadi lu bilang it's fine for us to disagree gitu kan.
Right.
But disagree doesn't mean that you hate each other gitu. Dan menurut gue itu penting banget. Especially kalau gak salah, gue masih inget nih di pikiran gue last time when you were in Chandra Leo's podcast, you said something like a lot of Indonesians are like, kalau misalnya gue disagree sama lu, misalnya, oh, LeBron is the GOAT, Jordan is the GOAT, berarti lu bego gitu. Ya kan langsung that's the persepsi gitu. Padahal enggak. Iya, benar.
Right. And that's also still a learning process for me, right? Karena gue juga harus belajar kalau ini orang lain ada opini lain. I have to learn to listen to it.
Yeah.
Right. Sampai sekarang itu juga gue umur 26 tahun, sampai sekarang gue juga masih belajar.
Yeah.
However, Zach, gue tuh not an exception, tapi gue tuh I have a specific feeling with that. Contoh, maksud gue apa kayak gini? Gua nggak akan mentolerir orang yang kalau dari opini tersebut bisa membahayakan orang-orang lain. Okay? Contoh, misalkan apa? Misalnya gini. Misalkan, let's talk about flat Earth.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Lu boleh berpikir sah-sah saja. It's your freedom to think that the Earth is flat.
Sure.
Okay? Walaupun science has completely debunked that since 500 fucking years ago. Okay.
Exactly.
Yaudah.
I'm with you.
Jadi lu nggak masalah lu nggak masalah lu pikir flat earth. Masalah adalah ketika pemikiran ini menjadi landasan sebuah public philosophy, sebuah public regulation. Masalah ketika pemikiran ini mengefek orang-orang lain di dunia. With real life consequences. Right? Ketika ada orang ngomong, yo LeBron James is the GOAT. Enggak, menurut gue Kobe is the GOAT. Ya udah. Right?
That's true.
Tapi ketika lu kayak, enggak, F sama dengan M kali A. Bukan kok, menurut gue, F sama dengan M kali U.
Nah,
You have the opinion. Of course you can say that. But kalau opinion itu membawa systemic change to society.
Itu bahaya.
Yang membahayakan orang-orang.
Yes.
Ngerti gak? Kayak.
Ngerti.
It's a hard. Jadi, boleh kita disagree. Boleh kita berbeda pendapat dan mempunyai pemikiran masing-masing. Kebebasan berpendapat, kebebasan berpikir. Pasti. Please, kayak know that some thoughts and opinions, when and if they do systematic change to the rest of society,
benar.
No, that's the.
Iya, itu nggak bisa dipungkirkan sih.
Gue mau kasih contoh. Gue mau kasih contoh lagi. Zach, can you believe around 100 to 150 years ago?
Right.
That's not a long time loh. Itu 3 generations ago. Itu my great grandfather. Right? Okay. Society thought that if you were of darker skin, you were less of a human being. Okay.
True.
Society thought that if you were darker skin, you're a slave. You would be owned by people of the lighter skin color.
And that was just like recently, 100 years ago.
And that was just 150 years ago. And people thought, ya terserah gue dong, kebebasan gue berpendapat, this is how I live.
Benar.
Right? Ya ini pemikiran gue, but that's not the truth. Right. There's a difference between thinking something and having your opinion. The truth, the factual truth is no human being is above or below any other human being.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Especially if you're classified with race, agama, suku, whatever, all that stuff. Right? But can you imagine for little over 100 years ago, this was a shared opinion that was held by a majority of people.
That was the collective mindset. Yeah,
and to be honest, it still is kind of now. Right? With everything that's going on in the US, in Indonesia, in whatever. Right? Jadi, itu yang gue bilang kayak, lu boleh, gini, kalau dalam lubuk hati lu pikir, misalkan, enggak kok, orang yang kulitnya lebih hitam lebih buruk daripada gue. Sah saja lu berpikir seperti itu. Karena lu punya kebebasan berpikir. Tapi you need to know that itu salah. Ngerti gak? Kayak
ngerti.
There are some shared truth. Ini gue namanya shared truths. Ya.
Benar.
There are some collective truth yang we have to agree as a society for us to move on and keep on going forward.
Gak ada salahnya berpendapat, but then that kalau misalnya lu take it to that extent, itu berbahaya. Jadi lu harus kayak look at yourself juga, introspeksi dan lihat sekitar juga. And I think menurut gue sih gue juga lebih use that mindset yang lu bilang about kayak lu mungkin boleh disagree, boleh berbeda pendapat to something like cancel culture kalau misalnya lu tahu. Kan orang sekarang kalau
everything
misalnya everything kalau misalnya lu ngomong sedikit apa gitu opini langsung cancel gitu. Langsung let's hate on this person because he says this gitu. Tapi kan yang lu bilang itu penting banget sih. I mean, hating a person and hating someone's actions or someone's words itu bisa dua hal yang berbeda gitu. I think itu penting banget sih. And I want to shift to one last point of conversation yang gue mau ngomong sebelum kita go into the challenge. And that is to build the future of Indonesia.
Right.
We need the youth to have the impact gitu kan. The youth are basically the future gitu.
Right.
Dan one of the reasons I made this podcast itu juga was to highlight the importance of youth karena I don't know if you know this, but 10 to 15 years down the line, we are entering what's called the demographic dividend. Dan demographic dividend.
Okay.
Dan ini adalah age di Indonesia di mana most of our population adalah orang-orang yang productive. Artinya orang-orang dari umur 20 sampai 40 lah ya. Orang-orang yang bisa kerja. So the bulk of our population are those who can make an impact, those who can produce di Indonesia gitu. Right. Nah, itu kan masih 10 to 15 years kan.
Right.
Berarti orang-orang yang sekarang, yang nantinya in 10 to 15 years bakal jadi 20 tahun, sekarang masih muda gitu.
Masih muda, ya.
They're still in school dan segala macam. Which is why menurut gue penting banget youth empowerment. Apalagi nih suasananya kan kemarin baru Hari Sumpah Pemuda dan bentar lagi Hari Pahlawan gitu kan. Gue sendiri as myself, Isaac, gue itu kemarin kalau misalnya lu search juga, gue bikin satu movement sama teman-teman namanya Gen Digital. And
Apa? Sorry, say it again.
Gen Digital.
Oh, okay.
Ya, and kemarin juga sempat grateful banget gue di cover sama Jakarta Post sama Tribun
That's
juga.
great, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you. Dan yang gue buat itu, gue mungkin bukan, kan gue major computer science. Mungkin, I'm not the most, the most skilled in it. Tapi gue sama teman-teman, like we said, hey, I think these people, these young kids yang sekarang di Indonesia, a lot of them, they don't have the resources for digital literacy gitu, ya kan?
Right.
But they need it. To move forward, they need these resources because in America, everywhere in the world, they are the generation that waktu mereka melek, waktu mereka buka mata, mereka harusnya udah FaceTime, udah ngerti apa itu social media, mereka udah ngerti gitu kan. Tapi they don't have the resources gitu. They're in unprivileged communities segala macam. Jadi kita bantu ngajarin mereka simple, dari cuman misalnya kayak how to unlock your phone atau how to set a password gitu atau how to use social media effectively gitu loh. Jadi those are the movements yang kita ngajarin dikit-dikit supaya mereka supaya mereka lebih namanya itu tidak buta digital gitu loh. Nggak buta teknologi gitu loh. So that's my role, that's my path. Walaupun gue sekarang masih 18 years old, tapi that's what I've been doing gitu. Mungkin belum se-exceptional lu, tapi itu my role and path. Tapi sekarang gue mau nanya, what role do you play as a content creator in this youth movement of Indonesia?
The role I play as a content creator is that people need to understand that content and entertainment is just as important as building a society as education and everything else. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? I grew up, as you said, watching Dragon Ball, as I said before. Mm-hmm. Terus pentingnya apa? Pas gue nonton Dragon Ball, one of the lessons that I learned from Dragon Ball was to never give up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if society today, kids today, they grew up watching, hey guys, look at my $1 million car. Hey guys, look at my house.
Yeah.
Hey guys, look at this. Mm-hmm. Content is so important. Guys, Google the meaning of entertainment.
I'm Googling that
enter
shit right now.
To enter.
Yeah.
Tain is to keep inside the head. People need to understand that entertainment really, really is important.
For sure.
People confuse that with ini lucu kita hahihi. Iya, itu juga benar. Right? Because mental health and being happy and laughing is very important. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Tapi entertainment is a reflection of the society at that current time.
Bener. That's true.
Right. When NWA made the song Fuck the Police, right? Do you think they made Fuck the Police kind of they were just trying to be edgy? No.
The context.
Because the context is back then, black people, African Americans were getting, and still until today, by the way, were getting, and through their art, through their expression, NWA said, fuck the police. Do you know that what that movement made? I'm not against police, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying it highlighted whatever that's happening in society. And art is that.
Yes, that's true.
Sangat disayangkan kalau sekarang all the content is just for attention, for money. Mm-hmm. Kind of, what does it mean? It means it highlights that this is what our society wants.
Yeah.
Our society wants drama. Mm-hmm. Our society wants wants all this stuff. Why? Because we need to understand that humans are wired that way. We need to realize that in order to solve the problem, we need to recognize the problem. Look, kalau pamabok alcohol, the first people say is, if you're an alcoholic, you need to first realize you're an alcoholic.
Benar. You have to know what you don't know. Benar.
Right. So people need to understand that humans have a tendency for negative bias. Mau ada 100 komen positif di video gua, satu komen negatif aja, pasti gua kayak, aduh, satu komen negatif ini hancurin diri gua. Padahal there's 99 people telling me I'm great.
Benar. Right? That's true.
Right. So I know society will always lean towards attention-seeking stuff, drama, all this stuff. Of course. Mm-hmm. However, Gini, I grew up watching Ryan Higa. Do you know Ryan Higa?
Yeah, I watched him when I was in like SD. Yeah.
I grew up with him.
Yeah.
I grew up with old YouTubers, Ray William Johnson, Smosh. I grew up watching them.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the kids today are growing up to watch, Zach?
Exactly.
I don't have to name names. Look, I don't have to name names.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying all of them. Some of them watch the good stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But most of them, as you and I both know, they don't watch the good stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
4 years ago, when I went around Indonesia to do talk shows and SMA,
yeah,
people always ask me one question, Kak, gimana sih cara bikin konten yang bagus? Okay.
Mm.
Fast forward 3 years later in 2019, you know what the question got to ketika anak-anak muda nanya gue?
Let me guess,
Kak,
gimana kalau
cara
misalnya
bikin konten yang viewsnya banyak?
I knew it.
Do you see that shift in mentality?
Anjir.
Do you
banget.
see that shift? It's a simple shift. Orang mungkin kira apa bedanya, Kak? Itu pertanyaan sama aja kok. Beda
banget.
Pertanyaan kayak bagaimana cara bikin konten yang bagus atau baik sama bagaimana cara bikin konten yang bisa banyak views. Itu two philosophically different things.
Wow.
Dan itu crazy. Anak muda sekarang pertanyaannya udah gitu semua.
Anjir.
And that's dangerous.
Gila.
That's very dangerous. Because that implies that in order to make things with many views, it cannot be good content. Again, I'm not saying there are not many good content with a lot of views. Ada.
Yeah.
Ada. But you need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture.
Bener. Yes.
Right? When you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, berapa banyak good content yang viewsnya besar? Dan banyak tidak good content yang viewsnya besar.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to be very important for the next youth. And it's, to be honest, it's our generation and the generation before mine's fault. Right? Ketika kita bikin video-video drama atau whatever, pamer ini, pamer A. Anak-anak kecil zaman sekarang nonton, oh gini cara kita sukses.
Iya, benar.
Kita harus pamer, kita harus gini. No.
Tapi berapa banyak dari that content itu settingan juga kan?
Ya banyak lah, itu mah pada pasti.
Yeah.
Tapi intinya kayak, that's what's dangerous. And I hope the youth, nah, to tackle that is for youth of these days to have critical thinking.
Yes, that's true.
Kenapa ini penting? Contoh. When the Logan Paul suicide forest happened.
Yeah, I remember that.
Kalau lu anak muda yang critical thinking, lu tahu itu salah. Tapi kalau lu anak muda yang kayak, enggak, keren kok lucu. Enggak, Logan Paul bebas dia ngapain aja.
Right. And you lose shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, my point is, man, gue gak bilang lu gak bilang Andovi ini so tua nih, so keren, nonton konten bagus. You can watch whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, benar.
I don't care. But you need to understand that you need to have a critical thinking that filters whatever you watch. Lu bebas nonton Logan Paul, lu bebas nonton siapa aja lu mau, gue gak peduli.
Benar.
Tapi if you're a critical thinker, lu tahu, oh, he's doing this for entertainment.
Yes, betul.
Oh ya udah. Bahayanya adalah banyak anak muda Indonesia yang critical thinkingnya tidak sampai titik situ. Jadi ketika mereka nonton orang hal-hal kayak gini, enggak kok, apa salahnya Logan Paul ke Suicide Forest rekam, do you get it? And Zach, a lot of people thought that. A lot of people thought that it was okay to do that.
It's very unfortunate. Sedih banget.
Right. Jadi, itu I'm just taking an analogy ya.
Iya.
Lu bisa bawa ini ke konten-konten Indonesia sekarang.
Iya, betul.
Itu dia.
Ya, berarti kalau misalnya gue bisa tarik garis besar, your role itu, entertainment itu penting banget, dan its effect itu bisa change satu society, which is why it's important to, to always be in the right path gitu kan.
Right.
Dan on the flip side, kita sebagai youth or siapapun yang nantinya bakal productive in the future, kita boleh aja gitu kan nonton konten, tapi kita harus pandai memilih gitu kan. Yang baik dari kontennya diambil, yang jelek dibuang gitu. Is that betul. Summarizing it?
Right.
Yeah.
And I just want to say something like you guys are honestly the future. Like I'm 26, I'm already too old for this. Right? You guys go bangga sama anak gue zaman sekarang karena you guys are into the environment. You guys care about social policies. You guys care about what's happening in the world. Because to be honest, we messed it up for you guys. It was my generation and our generation that messed it up for you guys. And now you have to clean our mess. Basically, now it's up to you guys to clean our mess. And that's sad, and we're sorry for that. But I have a lot of hope. If there are kids like you, if there are teenagers like you, young people like you that are like this, we have a lot of hope in this world.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I
But as
mean,
you want to know, guys, your journey is long. It's gonna be hard. Doing the right thing is not gonna feel good most of the times.
wow. Mhm.
What do I mean by that? Feel good? Yeah, feel good morally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapi is gonna be a bitch. What do I mean by that?
Wow.
It's gonna take a lot of hard work, a lot of sleep at nights. A lot of people are not gonna like you for doing the right things.
Mhm. That's true.
But that, look, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's what Spider-Man said.
Exactly, Uncle Ben.
His uncle.
With great power comes great responsibility,
Mhm.
and please know that. So I hope that the kids these days know that the journey is gonna be long and hard for you guys, and sometimes the right choice is not the shortest. It's not the shortest choice and the
Wow.
shortest path.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's a long and winding road, but but that's what you have to go through.
Yeah, and as you know, the Philly organization always say, trust the process. It's not gonna
Trust
be
the
easy.
process.
It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a long, winding road, but it's worth it. Like you've attested to that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
everything in life, it's worth it. And yeah, I mean, I've learned so much from you over like this I think around 50 minutes to 1 hour, and I've really learned things that I think my audience can really take away from this episode.
Right. Right. Right.
Right. So yeah, I think we're winding down the final. We're winding down this episode. Thank you so much, Kadofi, for this.
No problem, Zach. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
For
for
this.
having me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry that my schedule has been pretty busy.
no worries. But if you're not really, if you have a bit of time, I'm going to have like one final challenge. It's not going to take a lot of time.
All
We're
right.
gonna have
Sure.
one final challenge. What we're gonna be doing is we are going to draft each of us a starting lineup. So because you're the
Okay.
guest, you're going first, and then I'm going second. And
Got
how
it.
is this gonna work is because I am the anti-super team, I am the anti-Golden State Warriors. We're not going to have all five all-stars, okay? So
Okay.
we're gonna be drafting because we want to make a championship team. This is what we're
Right.
doing. We're making a championship team. So we are going to draft three all-stars. No more
Okay.
than three all-stars. If you want to do two, that's fine. And
Right.
then the other two would be role players. And I don't care
Okay.
about like point guard, shooting guard because we're in a positionless,
Positionless. Yeah. Basketball. Okay.
basketball right now. So you have the first pick. You're on the clock.
This is from anybody in the
Oh,
history of NBA.
I would say current
Current. So
Current
current
players.
players. So active players.
active players, and yeah. So based on their skill set as they are right now.
Oh. As of right now, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Oh,
As of right now.
also one thing, like get injuries out of the way. So like KD is
Oh, so no injuries.
no,
Okay. So
no,
right now,
yeah,
but forget all injuries.
exactly. I
All
know
right.
it's a bit complicated,
If it's
but
for right now and forget on with the first pick of the podcast draft with Zach Winoto, I, Andovi Lopez of the Lopez organization,
I see.
choose drumroll Anthony Davis.
No way. Okay. that I mean that is a respectable pick because AD I've seen everywhere that the AD because of the beast he is offensively
Yes.
and defensively, there is an argument made that he is the best player in the NBA right now.
Yes. And plus, he's only 26 years old.
Exactly.
He has not hit his prime yet. That's why, because we're talking about the draft, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
he has not hit his prime yet.
Yeah.
My
With
first
the
pick.
second pick, with the first pick for my team, I mean, I don't want to give you the championship tandem pair, all right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna draft my man LeBron James, man.
All right, cool.
In my opinion, he's still the best player in the world right now.
Right,
Even with him being like entering year 18 and everything.
right,
Menurut
right.
gua, dia he is the great player he is. So
Okay.
your second pick.
So with the second pick of the 2020 podcast with Zach Winoto draft,
Yeah.
the Lopez organization chooses drumroll Jimmy G buckets. Oh,
That is unconventional. Wow.
Jimmy G buckets.
Okay. And why is it Jimmy Butler? What do you
After the
think?
NBA Finals, he
Mhm.
proved himself.
Okay.
After the NBA Finals, he proved himself. I need a guy like Jimmy Butler on my team.
And I think he is only going to get better next season with
Yes.
all this experience.
I always pick people because it's the draft, right? I
Mhm.
pick people with the up potential.
Okay, I see. I
Upside.
think the best teams, you know the quote that defense wins championships.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make my team on defense, right?
Okay.
And I know that if you put this guy with LeBron, they're gonna be, you're not gonna this. We're gonna form a wall.
Okay.
You're not.
Oh,
You're,
I
you're
know
not
you're
gonna
gonna
go.
pick. I know
I'm
you're gonna
gonna.
pick.
I'm gonna pick the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I know you're gonna Giannis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good pick. Oh, that's a good pick.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, that's a good pick.
Mhm.
Okay, the
Your
third
last.
pick of the
Your last
2020.
All-Star pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but both of mine are also All-Star. Jimmy Butler
Yeah.
was also no. Okay, wait, was Jimmy Butler an All-Star this year?
Yeah, he was an
He was
All-Star.
an All-Star.
That's right.
With the third pick of the 2020 NBA draft, I Andovi Lopez from the Lopez organization.
Mhm.
Pick drumroll. Stephen Wardell Curry.
Wow. That's it. That's it right there. That's it right
Because
there.
guys, y'all don't know, man. People are sleeping on Curry. Curry's gonna come back crazy next year. I'm telling you, best 3-point shooter ever.
Best
in
shooter
the
ever.
game.
I would say best shooter
Ever.
ever in the game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. And for my third pick, I'm gonna go with someone who, yeah, this is someone who I think is the most unguardable player in the NBA right now.
Okay.
He's gonna be amazing on offense. I got LeBron. I got my floor general, and I got Giannis, who can basically just play inside. I want someone who's 6'10" and can pull up
Oh,
to 40
KD.
feet.
Oh,
Kevin
God.
Durant. I'm gonna take Kevin
God,
Durant.
so it's a tough team.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Then for my fourth pick,
Mhm.
oh,
No more All-Stars.
Curry was not an All-Star this year.
No. We'll count him because I put Durant also, right?
Ah, okay, got it. Because I was
Fair,
like,
fair.
Curry was an
Yeah.
All-Star. Okay, so I can't do any more All-Stars. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. I thought I was smart, like choosing Curry because he wasn't an All-Star. Then I was like, okay, so technically, all right.
Yeah.
So with the fourth pick, the 2020 NBA draft, okay, I pick not an All-Star. This guy's not an All-Star.
Right.
However, this guy gonna be there in the defensive end. Dwight Howard.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Oh, guys, Dwight is back, right? The reason why his stats aren't like that is because he's playing on the Lakers this year. He knows his role.
He's playing. Yeah. He played his role really well.
He plays his role in my team.
Mhm.
Let Anthony Davis and Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler take care of the offense, and he just takes care of the defense. Oh, God.
You think he's going to stand Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, but yeah, I mean, we have two non-All-Stars. We have two role players. So that was a great pick. Dwight Howard, still really amazing. I have a shooter. I have Kevin Durant. I have LeBron James, and I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I just want to have my guards now. I have my front court already. I'm gonna start out with someone who's a dog on defense. I said I wanted some defensive. I wanted to build my team around defense, right? So I'm gonna go with first team all defense, Marcus Smart.
Oh, that's a good pick. It's a good pick.
I think he can lock down Steph Curry. We'll see.
You're right. That's a good pick. Oh, that's a smart pick. Oh, that's a good pick. All right.
The last pick to to complete your team.
Yeah, for role players, right?
Right.
All right. I already have my big men at AD and Dwight.
You have Steph
Both
and
7 feet. Well, AD
James.
is 6'10", 6'11".
Mhm.
I got my point guard S. Curry. I got my shooting guard. So I'm missing a small forward,
Yes.
but a small forward that's not an all-star.
You
Ooh,
could play
hard.
small ball too. You could play like 3 guards or whatever, right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's not. It's a role player. Okay, I'm properly thinking this one. It's a role player. Oh, susah nih role player nih.
Gue ada nama yang I think would really fit into your system. Kalau lu nggak ambil, mungkin gue ambil.
Okay. All right, for the last pick.
Yep.
Andovi Lopez.
To close it out.
Shoes. This is gonna be unconventional.
Okay. Sure.
It's gonna be unconventional.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna choose Patrick Beverly
Whoa.
because I need someone to annoy the shit out of anybody from your team. Okay, this guy needs to annoy you guys till you guys. I need an agitator. I need
Okay.
someone who's just annoying.
You have dogs in your team. You have Dwight
Yeah.
who can fight. You have Pat Bev,
Pat, yeah, Jimmy Buckets,
Jimmy Buckets. Exactly.
and Curry and Davis. They're just gonna shoot lights out.
Exactly. Okay, that's a really good pick. And although he's just going to score like 5 points per game, he's going to do all the trash talk. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So with
Who?
my last pick, yeah, you want?
Who's your last pick?
Okay. My last pick, I thought you were gonna take this guy, but this guy is going to. I need a shooter. Kevin Durant can shoot, but I need a shooter. I want number 55 on the Miami Heat, Duncan Robinson.
Oh my God. I forgot the Tyler Hero Robinson. I forgot them. Yeah.
Those are your Walmart Splash Brothers, man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Robinson's pretty good. That's a good thing. Okay, we need a 6-man.
Okay, you want a 6-man?
Yeah, 6-man. How is that 6-man? 6-man.
All right.
And my 6-man is easy money. Lou Williams.
Okay. All right.
Not an all-star. Not an all-star.
Yeah.
But Lou Williams.
Yeah, for my 6th man, I'll probably just have, I don't know, someone who can hype up the bench. I don't know, probably JaVale. we just need we just need some, we need a vlogger. We need a vlogger.
Yeah, we need a cheerleader. Yeah.
We need a vlogger.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
All right,
I
so
will still beat your team in a 7-game series.
no, I don't think
I will still beat your team. But you have LeBron and Giannis. Oh God, it's hard.
yeah, now
LeBron,
exactly.
Giannis, and Durant. Oh
And Durant.
my God.
Exactly. It's funny how no one picked up Kawhi or Luka or Harden.
Oh yeah, Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but Kawhi after this year, I was disappointed.
But Anthony Davis was a really good first pick.
Yeah,
in my
Anthony
opinion.
Davis.
I
I'm
think-
like, offense,
yeah.
defense. People
Exactly.
forget he was the second voting for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's second in
I
voting.
personally think he should have won it.
He should have won. Yeah, he should have won.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. So that's it, man. Dude, thank you so much. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this podcast very much.
All right, so you have your 5, I have my 5, and then I'm probably just I'm gonna post this in IGTV, just this challenge section. So
Right, of course.
comment down below who you think is gonna win. I personally think LeBron, Giannis, and KD will kick the shit out of
Yeah, that's
Andovi's team.
pretty badass though. Now that I think about it, damn it, that's pretty good. LeBron
Yeah.
is KD.
But yeah. So thank you so much, Andovi, for this opportunity. I really enjoyed every moment of this podcast. My name is Isaac Winodo.
My name is Andovi Lopez.
This is the Footprints Podcast signing out. Bye-bye, everyone.